'Tis the season to be falling.
La 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 la.
Welcome
La, la.
to another episode of Talking with Docs. I'm Dr. Paul Salazar.
I'm Dr. Brad Weening.
We're talking about ice, baby. We're talking about how not to fall on the ice.
Rob Van Winkle.
Okay. Is that Rob Van Winkle?
Yeah, Vanilla Ice. His name's Rob Van Winkle.
Oh, right. Vanilla Ice.
He has
yes.
like a renovation show now.
Right.
I love the holiday season. I love Christmas. I love winter. I love it all.
Yeah, I love the holiday season
Yeah.
too. I don't love the fact that my fracture clinic gets bigger because people have slipped and fallen on the ice.
It is so common and so predictable. You see when the snow's coming, particularly if there's an ice storm, and you know that people are going to wake up and not think about what's on the ground, and all of a sudden, whoop,
You can find YouTube videos of it, just people
you
flipping.
can. I know.
I-
Morbid.
I have fallen on the ice. Every year I probably fall once on the ice. So I'm gonna try and pay attention to this video. So I can do these things so I can not fall on the ice. So I don't break my hip, wrist, or ankle, probably the most common things that you break when you fall
I
on
would
the
agree.
ice.
Maybe your back too.
Or your shoulder.
Yeah, or your shoulder.
You can break stuff when you fall on the ice. So here are some tips.
Wait, before you do that, if you've broken something by falling, or if your spouse, your
On
friend
the
has,
ice.
and it's a funny story, please share it in the comments.
Nothing fun
As,
about it.
as long as no one got really seriously injured, then share extended. It's funny.
Yeah, we won't laugh.
We won't laugh very hard. Okay, so here's some tips on how to avoid falls. This kind of applies to generally in life, but mostly in the snow or the ice.
Yes, because the ice is slippery. Ice has a very low coefficient of friction, meaning that you cannot put a force and get a force back. You put a force and it just keeps going, and that leads to the fall. Because to walk, you need a good coefficient of friction so that you can get a reaction force from the ground to propel you forward.
We can always rely on Dr. Zalzo to
saying.
bring the fun into physics
I'm just saying.
about slipping on ice.
Okay, so what are you
Number
gonna? Footwear. Don't go out with silly footwear, okay?
Like slides in the winter,
No.
like the kids wear with the white socks tucked into their pants.
No. Running shoes, forget about it.
No.
You want boots.
Crocs.
Crocs are not. Crocs are going to end up in the air and far away from your body when you
Yes.
fall.
Yeah, boots, something that has a significant tread, and
Yeah.
maybe even consider, if you're prone to falling, some of those add-ons, those little grippy
You
add-ons.
get the spikes and
spikes.
things to put on the bottom. Of
Actually, my wife has a pair of boots that there's spikes that you can kind of pop out and then put back in. Like there's like a
Retractable
little
spikes on
yeah,
the boots?
Yeah, there's like a little tool that you retract them in, and they get used a lot.
Freaking brilliant.
I know, that's what I thought.
So yeah, proper footwear.
Okay, number 2 for me is clear the snow.
Obvious.
Because snow itself is not slippery, but snow, a thin layer of snow on top of ice, can be deceiving and can really trick you. So
Hide
clear
the
it
ice.
so that you know the surface that you're walking on.
Don't fall clearing the ice.
Right.
If you can't do it, get someone to do it for you, a service or something like that.
That's a good idea.
Okay, and here's something I do whenever I'm walking the dog on the sidewalk. If I'm seeing a little bit of ice, or
You
I
don't walk
suspect-
on the sidewalk.
when I'm walking the dog on the
Yeah, I
sidewalk.
think you're going to say that you don't walk
Yeah,
on the side.
I walk on the side, like on the snow-covered grass, because
Right.
you can get a good grip in that instead of on the sidewalk.
You don't slip on the grass usually.
No.
Not in the winter.
No.
No, I think that's a great idea.
yeah.
So don't walk on the sheer ice. Walk on something that has a bit of grit to it.
Yeah, like snow on the soft
Snow on the grass.
Snow on the grass.
I like it.
That's a song from the 60s. Snow on the grass.
Is that a song about cannabis?
And cocaine, possibly. I don't know. I'm not a drug user, but
Yeah. Okay, so ice melter. So this is a little controversial because I think it has some negative environmental impacts, whether it's salt or whether it's some of the other commercial products. Sand is probably the one that's most straightforward, but I think even sand probably has issues. So if you have to, use an environmentally and a pet-friendly ice melter, because pets, especially dogs, do not like the salt.
No.
If you ever walk your dog and all of a sudden your dog's pulling up, a lot of people think the dog's pulling up because it's cold.
No.
Apparently, a lot of the times it's pulling up because that salt gets in its little
Yeah.
paws.
Yeah.
My dog will not wear the boots. We have a little dog. We try to put boots on him. He just will have no part of the boots.
boots for the cat. Puss in Boots.
Put some boots.
The next one is slow down. You move too fast, said Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah.
Feeling groovy. You got to go slow. You're not going to be able to keep the same pace when you're walking on ice or snow that you can walk on dry land. Leave a little extra time if you're walking to work or walking to the store or walking somewhere.
Right.
Just slow down.
Right.
Enjoy the scenery. Enjoy the cold.
Similar to that, I'd say take small, slow, shuffling steps. Keep that center of gravity over top of your feet rather than leaning forward like when you're in a hurry. So just take small, shuffling steps, nice wide base. That'll keep you nice and stable.
Don't worry what you look like.
Don't worry.
Hey, old man, you okay over there? I'm just being safe.
Just try not to fall.
Hands-
I'll help you up when you fall.
Keep your hands out of your pockets.
This is an interesting one in the winter, right?
Sorry, Alanis Morissette.
But what if I don't have gloves on and my hands are
like that
cold?
one?
Yeah, that's a good one. Alanis Morissette.
I like that song.
Yeah, one hand. She only had one hand in
The
her
other
pocket,
one
I
was
believe.
smoking a cigarette, I believe.
Doing a lot of things that she
Bad.
shouldn't do.
Don't. Both those. Avoid those. Alanis Morissette. Thanks
Yeah.
a lot. So yeah, because you can't balance yourself to get your
No.
hands in your pocket. Wear gloves.
Yeah, I think it's better to wear gloves and have your hands out of your pockets.
Yeah, you've never seen someone walking across a tight wire with his hands in his pockets.
No, you'd have to be very good at tight wire if you're going to do that. And the last one for me is don't try to avoid going out at night, or make sure your path is lit, or have a headlamp or a flashlight or something, because even in the summer, if you're on ground that you're unsure of, you're at a higher risk of falling.
Yeah, and at night you're not going to be able to see the ice. That's when it's going to happen.
And I think as annoying as it is to fall, and maybe it's embarrassing and you have a small injury, these can have irreversible kind of consequences for the rest of your life. Like a wrist that doesn't work properly, maybe an ankle that doesn't fix properly so that you have a chronic limb. If you break your hip, heaven forbid, this has even threats to your life. Like it's very, very dangerous.
There's a mortality associated
Yeah, mortality
with it.
associated with hip fractures, and same with back fractures, like chronic low back pain related to back fractures. So just slow down. Really, the prevention is really the key. We'd rather not treat these, we'd rather prevent them.
Yeah, absolutely. Be
For all the
careful
people
there.
that say, oh, they just want people to fall because they have more work and they can get in the fracture clinic, totally could not be further from the truth. We don't want you to.
We don't want you to come to the fracture clinic. We'd love to see you, to say hi.
Come by, say hi.
electively, But
Just
do
without
not
anything
come in
broken.
with something broken after you slipped on the ice after watching this video.
There you go.
Imagine if one of us falls and breaks something after making this video.
I remember last year you fell and you got it on your security camera. That was awesome. Reynolds got one of the bins there.
Yeah,
Those are
yeah.
awesome.
Well-
There's a couple things I noticed in this video.
What's that?
That looks like your driveway.
No. It's a guy.
It looked like you.
No. This is an acquaintance, someone who lives on the street who had a fall. That wasn't ice.
Yeah, I know. You just.
It's a different set of circumstances.
Thankfully, you didn't hurt yourself.
Don't watch that video we
You
made.
should watch that video. We're going to put a link right now because Dr. Zalzal fell, and it's awesome. Because he's okay. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe to our channel.
And remember, you are in charge of your own health.
We'll see you next time.